Well, what have you got there, Mr. Faulkner? Don't tell me you've lost some more buttons.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have. Would you mind? Us bachelors aren't too good with buttons.
No worries. I take it you weren't too happy with your trial.
Brilliant observation. Really are getting better.
Ta. Well, the girls are going to give you a trial you'll be crazy about. Now, you weren't very happy with your defence counsel. Well, they are hard to come by. But we got you the best. Judy. Meet your new client, Dr. Catherine Peterson. We couldn't find anyone to be prosecuting counsel, so I volunteered. Should be a pushover.
God, you women are childish. I'm not interested in playing your stupid games.
Oh, you will be, Kate. You don't even know what the game is yet. You haven't even met the judge. Rita. Meet Justice Sandy Edwards. Unfortunately, Sandy couldn't be here in person. But then you'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
You just sit here and you keep quiet unless you're asked a question. I'll do the talking.
I've got nothing to say to this rabble.
Oh, you better think of something, mate, because they're serious.
All right, you've had enough time to prepare your defence. Let's get this show on the road. Lil, you're the clerk of courts. Read the charge. Lil?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah?
Where the hell have you been?
I was just checking there was no screws about.
Well, Joy can give Margot a hand. You get your body over here and read the charges.
Catherine Peterson, you're charged with lagging to the cops, lagging to the screws, spoiling the kitchen swindle, and getting your mates longer prison sentences. How do you plead?
I haven't got any mates in here. Not anymore, you haven't.
All right, Mark.
My client pleads not guilty. And I would also like to point out that although these unproven charges are serious, they don't warrant the death penalty.
Well, there's one charge you haven't heard yet.
What do you mean?
You'll find out what it is later.
Oh, come on, Big. You can't try someone unless she knows what the charges are.
We can do whatever we like.
And if you don't like it, you can complain to the judge.
But the judge is a dummy.
All judges are dummies.
Yeah, well, it's obvious that everyone here feels they've been dobbed in by Kate. Now, how can we have a fair trial? You're all biased.
If you break society's rules, society takes you away and locks you up. If you break our rules, we try you. Now, we can't lock you up. So we have to find a more permanent method of keeping you out of trouble. Is it all clear?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going before we're disturbed.
Yeah, I know it's not much to go on, but isn't it worth checking? So you're just going to ignore the information? Yeah, well, I wouldn't bet on it.
Isn't it a little early for your coffee break?
I was phoning the police.
What, about Sandy Edwards' disappearance?
Yes.
I would have thought with the rumours going around about you two, you would have been better off keeping out of it.
Look, you're not going to believe anything Peterson told you, are you?
Occasionally, she's given me accurate information.
Yeah. Well, she's lying this time.
Why should she?
Because she murdered Edwards.
Is that what you just told the police?
Yes.
Did they believe you?
No.
Well, it's not worth worrying about, is it? Mind you, I agree with them. Edwards is on the run.
Well, I don't think so.
Why not? Because she hasn't contacted you on the outside?
Why would you contact... I see, you're still going to believe that story, are you? Nobody seems to understand what I'm getting at. Peterson murdered Edwards and she's getting away with it.
Peterson's just been sentenced to 10 years in here. She's not getting away with anything. Well, I best get back to duty. I suppose you'll be doing your rounds eventually.
When Mr. Fletcher left here, we all thought things were going to get better. Mrs. Morris was the most senior officer, so she got the job. But they took it away from her and gave it to Pal. And how come? Because Pal was onto every lurk in the place. She found the letter that Sandy was blackmailing her with, And she caught me red-handed with the stuff I stole from the kitchen. And I got an extra 6 months for that. Now, there's only one way she could have managed it. She has to have had a pet lagger, and we all know who that was.
There's no proof.
This is just the prosecutor's opening address. The proof comes later. Now, I thought you would have been in court often enough to know that, Jude.
Well, we all haven't had your experience, Bea.
There's a screw coming.
See if you can cut her off. Quick, girls, having a play reading. Get your books out.
I thought you were supposed to be defending me.
I am.
Hey, Mrs. Powell, I've got a real bad headache. Could I go to the examination room, please?
Sister's gone home for the night.
Or couldn't you just give me an aspirin or something?
I wouldn't give you pills. If you had your way, you'd be doped up most of the time. You've got a headache, go to your room and rest.
Mrs. Powell, you got any news about Susie Driscoll?
No, I haven't.
Will she be back soon?
I have no idea, but the longer she's away from you lot, the better.
Hey, Joy, you still got some of that dope you got stashed in your room? I reckon a few puffs of that'll make the headache go away. Pal's gone, so's Joy and Margot.
Keep an eye out for them. Right. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Peterson's lagging. The last time was against young Susie Driscoll, a young kid who'd never done anyone any harm. When she tried to escape by pretending her arm was broken, you dobbed her in.
Pal knew she was faking.
Because you told her.
She guessed.
You bloody liar!
There's still no proof.
Proof? Oh, you want proof? All right, I'll give you proof. Come here, Mari. Now, you all know what Queen's evidence is, don't you? It's when some rotten bludger who was in on the crime turns around and lags on their mates, so they won't cop any of the punishment. Well, Mari here is going to turn Queen's evidence. But we're not going to touch her, because she's going to lag on Kate. Go on, Mari. Tell them what a rotten bastard you've been.
It wasn't me, it was her. She turned on her own mate.
Which mate?
Edwards.
How?
When I first took over the drug racket, we found a letter from Fitzwater in the laundry bag. He wanted a favour from Edwards. Only she never got that letter. Peterson wrote a reply and sent it off. But it wasn't what Fitzwater wanted to hear. So he had Edwards' husband killed.
You wrote the letter.
You told me what to say, and it wasn't the only time you did the dirty on her either.
What else did she do?
When I wanted to kill Edwards, Peterson set her up. She gave us something to make her real sick so she'd have to go to the shower block where we was waiting for her.
And that was one of her own mates she set up.
Yeah.
It's all lies.
Now, just a second. You can't call this evidence. Everyone knows that Mari hated Sandy. She'd do anything to get at her.
Well, what better evidence could you have than from someone who was actually involved?
Yeah, well, there was something else I wasn't involved in. Edwards had a knife, and now Peterson's got it. She took it off her just before she killed her. She put her in the garbage truck and had her crushed to death, she told me.
It's not true. I didn't tell you anything.
No, but you did it, didn't you?
There you are, Jude. Do you think that warrants a death penalty? 2 people are dead because of that bitch.
It's not true.
How did you know that Kate got Sandy's knife?
Because I saw it. I'm surprised you haven't seen it either. You share a room with her. She keeps it hidden in a pillow. If I was you, I'd sleep with one eye open.
What made you so sure that it was Sandy's?
I gave it to her.
Gave it to her, or did she take it from you?
What difference does it make? It was mine, Edwards had it, now Peterson's got it.
Well, that doesn't prove that she killed her.
Well, I can't see Edwards giving it to her, not in that way anyway. That wasn't quite what she had in mind.
Well, what did she have in mind?
What do you reckon?
I'm asking you.
Oh, come on, Jude. You're carrying on like Perry Mason.
I'm entitled to ask questions.
What for?
So that Kate can have a fair trial.
Oh, yeah, she deserves a fair trial, then we'll kill the bitch.
Well, you can hardly call this fair when they've already made up their minds.
Of course they have. We all know she's guilty.
Not until we've heard all the evidence.
Why are you
got.
taking this so
It
seriously?
is serious. My God, we're talking about someone's life here. If it was one of you, you'd want a fair trial, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Isn't that what you'd want, Lil?
Suppose so.
Wouldn't make any difference, Lil. You'd still be guilty anyway.
I'm not guilty. I've lost 6 months of my parole, and I'm in here for something I didn't even do.
But your trial comes up in a couple of days. You will probably get off.
I'll only get off if I get a fair trial. Now, I want that for me, and I want a fair trial for Kate.
Oh, then go on. Go ahead. Have your fair trial. Won't make any bloody difference anyway. They all find she's guilty.
Right. Now, what was Sandy going to do with that knife?
She was going to kill that bitch.
So if Kate killed her...
I didn't.
I said if. If Kate killed her, that would have been in self-defense. I mean, you can't blame anyone for defending themselves, can you?
Who is it?
Ian,
What are you doing here?
what sort of a welcome is that? You're going to ask me in?
Of course. Last time I invited you home, you refused.
Well, it was a couple of days ago. I thought you might have needed some time to think things out. Have you?
No.
Out of sight, out of mind, eh?
You have to turn everything into a joke, don't you?
Only if it's important. That way, I think that maybe I won't get hurt so much if things go wrong. I'm a coward. Maybe we both are.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when I was married, you seemed to be pretty keen. Now that I'm free, you're backing off. Maybe you're afraid to commit yourself too.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, if we haven't got anything to celebrate, maybe I'll drown our sorrows, eh?
I'll get the glasses.
Now, Judy reckons that Peterson killed Sandy in self-defense. Well, I reckon it was the other way round. I reckon that Sandy was defending herself against Peterson, and not just her lagging either. You have already heard Murray tell you that Peterson tried to help kill Sandy once. Well, Sandy told me that Peterson tried to poison her in sickbay.
Now, just a second. That's hearsay evidence. We can't accept it.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm not. But if Sandy has evidence, she should come and give it.
Well, she can't. She's dead. Now, are you going to take my word for it or not?
Of course they are.
Right.
So much for your fair trial.
There's a screw coming. It's Faulkner.
Oh, run down the corridor and tell him what you're doing. It'll save you from yelling. No, let her go. We'll continue this tomorrow. We've got plenty of time.
Peterson?
Trying to kill me.
Who are?
They're all in the rec room holding a mock trial. I only got out when they heard you coming.
What are they trying you for? Sandy Edwards' murder.
You're in on it too, aren't you?
I'm not in on anything, Peterson. But if the other women are threatening you for something you've done, I'm sure if you made a full statement, the authorities would protect you.
Well, I'm not going to.
I don't know why you're bothering with all these interruptions.
Hey, well, you're the one who wanted me to defend her.
I didn't expect you to take it seriously.
Well, that's what a defense counsel's for.
What's going on in here?
Nothing, Mr. Faulkner. We're just having a play reading.
Really? It's not what Peterson just told me.
Well, you're not going to believe anything she says, are you? Everyone knows she's a liar. Starts all kinds of rumours, doesn't she?
Yeah, what do you reckon, Lil? I reckon she's putting on a loony act, pretending she's imagining things so they'll put her in some nice, cushy hospital somewhere.
Yeah, being a doctor, she'd know how to do that.
Right.
Have a word with you, Smith. Look, I want to see Peterson punished for Sandy's death as much as anyone, but not by your methods. If she's hurt, you're in trouble.
I'm already in here for life. What more trouble can I get into?
Yeah, just remember what I said. All right, recreation period's almost over. It's time you ladies were getting ready for bed.
Oh, is that an invitation, Mr.
Well, that's it. Hardly enough to drown our sorrows. I could always nip out and get another bottle.
I've got a 6 o'clock start in the morning.
I'm a 9 to 5 man myself. Well, mustn't keep you up.
No.
See ya.
Ian. You don't have to go.
You said you wanted to go to bed.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
looking for?
It's gone.
Sandy's knife. Then you did take it. You did kill Sandy.
Of course she killed her. But the knife's back where it belongs. And now I can finish the job that Edward started.
No. Get away from me.
Now, come on, she's supposed to have a fair trial.
Get her away from me!
For God's sake, Murray!
All right, settle down. It's lock-up time.
Good night, Peterson. Sweet dreams.
Back to your cell, Winter.
Mr. Faulkner.
Yeah?
Oh, nothing.
Annie, you awake?
She's sticking pretty close.
Well, I don't like it any more than you do.
Well, you must, otherwise she wouldn't be sitting there.
Suppose you'd like me to starve to death as well now.
I don't care how you go, just as long as you go.
Well, I reckon there ought to be real soon.
All right, come on, you lot. Breakfast shouldn't take all day.
Sounds like she got out of the wrong side of the bed.
Me and Joy had a chase around last night looking for some dope we didn't have.
I'm not going to speak again. Hurry up, unless you want a short lunch break.
I want to talk to you.
What about?
In private.
You have got nothing to say that I want to hear, Peterson. Now, come on, get moving.
You've changed your tune.
Well, if you've got a complaint, take it to the governor.
See you later, Peterson.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah, I can hardly wait.
Oh, I don't know what you're worried about. You seem very popular. Smith, are you hard of hearing? If it's not too much trouble, I want to get on with muster.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, are we having printing class this morning?
If you ever get to it, yes. Come on.
Hello.
My name's Wallace. I've got an appointment to visit Judy Bryant.
See the officer.
Get Bryant. Would you just sign the book, please, Mr. Wallace? I take it you've got permission for the visit?
Yes, from the governor.
All right, I'll just check.
Wendy, get on to Ian Marnie. Find out why he isn't here.
Right.
I'll get it if you like.
Oh, thank you. The number is...
Hello.
Mr. Marnie, it's Janet Conway here from the detention centre. Officer Powell has asked me to ring you. Apparently you're late for work.
Janet, stop messing around. Why didn't you wake me up before you left?
It was very early.
Well, you could have reset the alarm.
I did.
Yeah, well, it didn't go off. Okay, look, tell Powell I'll be there in half an hour, okay?
Would you come this way, please, Mr. Wallace?
Didn't you want to check it with the governor?
I'm sure it'll be all right, thank you, Wendy.
I'll see you in court tomorrow. Your solicitor has asked me to be a character witness.
Thanks, Wally. I don't deserve a mate like you.
You deserve a lot better. Still no sign of the girl that took the money, huh?
No,
Well, you could still get off, even if they don't find her.
I doubt it.
Oh, don't give up hope.
I already have. I mean, they're going to convict me of this whether I've done it or not. And I don't know what I'm going to say to Laurie when she finds out.
Well, she needn't. The letters will still come to me. I'll pass them on.
Well, that can't go on forever, can it? I mean, what am I going to do if she decides to visit me or something?
Let's face it when it happens, huh? Stop looking on the black side. They haven't convicted you yet.
Well, I feel as though they have. I think it must be this place, you know. I mean, I didn't mind being in here when I deserved to be here, but now You know something? A woman from in here has disappeared. I mean, literally disappeared. Everyone knows she's been murdered, but the cops won't do anything about it.
Can you prove she was murdered? No. Have you told the governor what you suspect?
Well, what's the point in that? I've already told you they're not interested. Nobody cares.
Well, you could try. I thought you believed in justice.
I believe in justice. I just don't see any of it, that's all. The only justice we ever get in here is the sort we deal out ourselves. And that only leads to violence and more revenge.
Sorry, time's up.
Keep your chin up, eh? I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. But I have a feeling it's going to be the last time, Wally.
You'd wait here, Mr. Wallace. Another officer will come and collect you.
Hi, how's that for fast moving? I'm only half an hour late.
Oh, it's a wonder you didn't get a ticket. How did you do it?
Just threw my clothes on and said a prayer for the Vauxhall. Why the long face?
Oh, I've just been sitting through a visit with Judy Bryant. She's due in court tomorrow, and I think she's innocent.
Oh, then she'll probably get off.
Yeah. I'm sorry about this morning. I really did reset the alarm.
Oh, yeah. For 7:30 tonight. I'd have been waking up just in time for you to get back to bed. Not that would have been too bad. Next time, wake me before you leave.
Don't mind me. Just coming in for some coffee.
Yeah, well, I better get off to work, otherwise Powell will be on the warpath. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Judy?
Oh, would you stop hanging around me?
Look, I don't want to be here any more than you want me, but I need your help. I'm going to apply for a transfer.
What? After the way you've been carrying on? Forget about it. Anyway, what does it have to do with me?
Well, the screws won't believe I'm in danger. They'd have to believe it if you told them.
Oh, like hell I will.
You'd like to be rid of me, wouldn't you?
You killed Sandy, didn't you? Didn't you?
No!
You're a damn liar. Listen, if you want to get out of here, you tell Mrs. Davidson. Then she'll put you somewhere safe. But if you're not going to do that, you're on your own.
Why aren't you at lunch?
Because I'd like to live a little longer.
Come on, the food's not that bad.
Very funny. You all think this is a great joke, don't you?
What is?
Oh, don't give me that. You're all in on it.
In on what?
I suppose you haven't heard the other women are trying to kill me.
No, I haven't actually.
Yes, well, the only one who hasn't.
If there are any threats being made against you, please tell me and I'll report it to the governor.
What's the point of that? She's in on it too.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
You're all in on it. Powell because I'm no use to her anymore. Faulkner because he's lost his girlfriend. It's not my fault if Sandy's disappeared. I have nothing to do with it, and you can't prove I did.
Look, I know you expected to get off at your trial. And it's hard to face the prospects of a long sentence, especially when you've been used to such a comfortable life on the outside.
I'm not expecting to be here that long.
Whether you expect it or not, you will be. And making wild accusations about people won't help. You'll only end up being very unpopular.
It's a bit late for that.
Quite frankly, I think you're overdoing it.
Overdoing it? They're trying to kill me. What do you expect me to do? Mention it casually over morning tea? For God's sake, don't be so stupid.
Now, that is enough, Peterson. As I said to you before, I've been here far too long to fall for an act like this. Ah, yes, and a very good one, too. Now, Mrs. Powell and Mr. Faulkner are officers of the highest caliber. Do you honestly expect me to believe this persecution story? And as for Mrs. Davidson being involved, well, as I said before, I think you're overdoing it. Now, if you need help, or you have a specific complaint to make, you tell me, and I'll report it to the governor.
How am I doing?
This information's for the doctor. If he wishes to tell you anything, he will.
I'm the one that got burnt, not the doctor.
I think we've upset her routine. I don't think she likes having a policewoman hanging around her wards.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly mad about it myself.
Here we are. The elixir of life. The drink of the gods.
What is it?
Water. Well, what did you expect? Probably not old enough to drink anything stronger anyway. There you go.
Well, I don't know. No one will tell me.
Oh, well, let's see. Chest clear, burns healing nicely, temperature normal, pulse rate normal. I reckon you'll be out of here in a day or two.
As soon as that?
Oh, well, don't sound so happy about it. The old Wentworth can't be that bad, can it?
Don't bet on it.
And what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like that?
That's none of your business. Haven't you got work to do?
Ooh, sorry I asked. Still, while you're here, we may as well make your stay as pleasant as possible. I'll come back with some new magazines later. It'll stop you both from getting bored and bad-tempered. See ya.
Come in.
Sorry to bother you. Oh, are you going out?
I have a meeting with the department, but I still have some papers to collect. What can I do for you?
I've just had the strangest conversation with Kate Peterson that I think you should know about. She's accusing half the prison of being involved in a plot to kill her.
Oh, who in particular?
Well, just about everyone. Prisoners, staff, even you.
That woman would say anything to cause trouble.
I don't think it's just that.
You think it's serious?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, she's acting as if she were cracking up. Either getting another long-term sentence has affected her mind, or she's acting as if it has.
Trying to get a transfer to a psychiatric hospital.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Well, personally, I can't imagine Peterson cracking up under anything. It's probably just an act. Have you noticed any trouble in H Block?
No, it's been surprisingly quiet. I thought B was bound to have a go at Winter when she got out.
Oh, she will sooner or later unless we do something about it. I've never been happy with the department's decision to bring Winter here. All it's done is cause trouble. It's something I want to discuss with them this afternoon.
Well, what do you suggest I do about Peterson?
Well, tell the staff to keep an eye on her. If we know what she's up to, we can probably prevent the trouble.
Kate's on her own.
So?
So I reckon we ought to do it now.
We haven't finished our trial yet.
Oh, it's a bloody waste of time. She's going to be dead anyway.
You don't understand, do you? The women have to see justice, not murder.
She'll still be dead.
Maybe.
You're not thinking of letting her off, are you?
I've got one more witness. She'll be out in the garden at exercise time. After that, you can give your verdict.
3 guesses what that'll be.
Those bloody girls can't wait to kill her.
I don't know which is worse, dragging it out or killing her off quick.
Just deal.
I have to go to that meeting now, Mrs. Powell. I should be back later, but if not, I've left the latest roster on my desk.
Well, I'm due off in 10 minutes. Of course, if it's important, I can stay.
No, of course not. I'll wait till the morning.
Have you heard anything about Susie Driscoll?
Well, not since this morning. I had intended visiting her on the way to the meeting, but now that I'm running late, it's out of the question.
I could drop in on her later if you like.
Oh, that's very kind of you. But we can't have you doing it in your own time. Put it down to overtime.
Right, thanks.
Oh, it might be better if you went in civilian clothes. Then it would look less official.
Well, of course.
Finished your lunch?
Yep.
How was it? And don't be rude.
I don't have to be. It was terrific.
Yeah? Gee, I wonder what went wrong. It's usually awful.
You haven't tasted prison food?
No. Visitors. You expecting anybody?
Oh, I don't know. It might be.
Yeah, it's pretty rotten being in hospital on your own.
Yeah. Oh, there's my mother. Oh, she's very busy. I doubt if she'll come.
Oh, do you want me to give her a ring, see if she's coming?
Oh, no. She'll come if she can.
Oh, all right. Well, enjoy the magazines. I've taken the centerfolds out so you won't get offended. See you, Commissioner.
Are you sure you wouldn't like someone to phone your mother?
Oh, no. Thanks anyway. I'd rather not bother her.
Thanks, B.
There you go. Oh, isn't she beautiful? What's her name, Joe?
She's a boy. Her name's Michael.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, if you're real careful.
Oh, come on, you darling.
Hey, Lizzie, why don't you take him over and show him to Mrs. Morris? She loves kids.
Yeah, good idea. Come on, Mick. We're going for Tata.
You ready to give your evidence?
Yeah, but there's not much I know that you don't know.
It'll be enough to finish it off. Come on.
Just look at him. Isn't he beautiful, Mr. Sam? Yes, he is. Would you like to hold him, Mr. Faulkner?
Oh, no, thanks, Lizzie.
Oh, come on. You got to learn sooner or later.
Court is resumed. Where's your defence counsel?
She said she wouldn't help me anymore.
Oh, bad luck. You have to defend yourself.
Look, if you are going to kill me, why don't you just get it over and done with? Why carry on with this childish charade?
If you want it over, that's easy. Let's go over there and tell him you killed Sandy. I'll put you away somewhere nice and safe for the rest of your life. I told you he may have given up defending this bitch. She made a few good points, like corroborating evidence. And that's just what we're going to give you so you know it's all fair. All right, Doreen, you're the one that saved Sandy from being attacked in the showers. How did you know she was going to be attacked? It's all right, Murray's on side.
Well, I saw Mari giving Kate a message just before.
What'd she say?
She didn't say anything. You know, in here you don't have to say anything to give a message. She just gave her one of them looks, you know.
Well, if you didn't hear me say anything, how did you know it was about Sandy?
She was the one who was attacked, and she was drugged, and you were the one working in the prison hospital.
I think you ought to take him back now, Lizzie.
Oh, but look at him, Mr. Faulkner. He's smiling. I reckon he really likes you.
I think you better take him back anyway. It's time he was back inside.
Sounds like pretty good evidence to me.
People have been hung for less.
You reckon we ought to hang her? Nah, let's slit her throat.
Now, just slash her wrists. Let her bleed to death slowly. Make her think about what a bitch she's been.
We haven't voted yet.
Let's vote now, then.
What's going on here?
Oh, nothing, Mr. Faulkner. We're just discussing our play reading group, but none of us can decide what to do.
Is that true, Peterson?
As if you didn't know.
All right. Exercise period's over. You can resume your play reading later.
See you later, Peterson.
Yeah, not too much later, but...
Anything you want to say to me, Peterson?
Yes. Leave me alone.
Hello. I'd like to see Susan Driscoll, please. Could you tell me where she is?
Susan Driscoll. One moment. I'm sorry, but visits to her ward are restricted.
Yes, I know. I'm Deputy Governor, Wentworth Detention Centre.
Oh, I see. Well, she's in Ward 5A. If you take the left, you can't miss it. It's that way.
Right, thank you. Oh, excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for 5A. Could you tell me where it is, please?
Ah, well, look no further. It's right over there.
Fine, thanks.
Oh, you must be Mrs. Driscoll.
Pardon?
Susie will be pleased to see you. Yeah, I was having a chat with her before. She said her mum might come.
Oh, did she?
It's right in there.
Hello, I'm Colin Powell, Deputy Governor, Wentworth Detention Centre. I'm here to see how Susie is.
Right.
Hello, Susie. How are you feeling?
Not bad.
Face looks good. I'd say you were very lucky. How's her hand?
I don't know, they won't tell me. It doesn't feel too bad.
Good. You don't want to ruin your chances with the boys, do you?
Not likely to be meeting any boys for a while.
No, you're not. So the sooner you settle down and accept things, the sooner you will be out of it.
What are you doing here? This patient isn't allowed visitors.
Oh, I have permission.
Oh? And where did you get that?
The Governor of Wentworth asked me to drop in on Susie.
This is a hospital, not a prison.
Mrs. Powell is the Deputy Governor of Wentworth. She's here to see when Susie will be able to return to prison.
I see. Well, hopefully she'll be discharged tomorrow. Although I fail to see why you couldn't have phoned. It's hard enough working here without having the place cluttered up with police officers and prison staff. Well, I suppose I better come back and change the dressings later.
Thank you. Bit of a dragon, isn't she?
She's the only one. The rest of the staff are really nice. Thanks for coming to see me.
Well, I was on my way home. Besides, I thought I'd better check up that you hadn't run off again.
It's getting pretty lonely in here. Knowing that no one was coming to visit me and seeing all the other visitors walk past. I even asked Miss Clary to shut the door.
You haven't had any visitors at the prison either, have you?
Not yet.
Is this a last meal or not?
Calm down, Jack. It's soon enough.
You've been saying that for the past 2 days. Look, if you're not careful, she's going to ruin everything and confess to the screws, and they'll stick her in a nice cushy cell up the country somewhere. Where's that going to leave us?
If she does that, she gets life.
Oh, big deal. She's already in the slammer.
But she expects to get off. Now, to lock her up and throw away the key, she might prefer to be dead.
Look, it was us she done the dirty on, not the screws. I reckon we ought to be the ones to have revenge.
Listen, I haven't changed my mind, but I have been thinking. If we do give her the chop, it is going to come back onto the girls. And they're the ones I have to worry about.
She's already killed Edwards. How safe you reckon the girls are going to be if she stays alive?
Fair enough. Margot, pass the word, it's time.
They're ready.
You're first.
You want to know something, Doc? You're dead.
Peterson.
Don't touch me.
No one's going to hurt you. Whatever's happened to you, you've brought on yourself. There's a rumour going round that this is just an act. You're just pretending you're mad so you'll get out of here and be put in a comfortable hospital.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? To drive me mad. You hate me, don't you? Because I'm smarter than you are. None of you could have become doctors. None of you could become rich like me. You hate it because I'm so successful. I'm smarter than the lot of you put together.
If you were smart, you'd get out of this mess.
I'll get out of it. Now, are you going to put me in solitary?
Solitary's a punishment. For you, it'd be a reward. You're staying where you are.
Thanks.
Morning.
Oh, morning, Steve.
I thought you rested on D block today.
There's been a change of roster. A van's arrived for a transfer to Barnhurst. We've been assigned to handle it.
Who's going? Kate Peterson?
I won't be sorry to see her go, the trouble she's caused.
No. Well, why is she being transferred?
Well, because of the trouble. I mean, she's set everyone against each other. She's accused the staff of being in a plot to kill her. I mean, she's even had you having an affair with Sandy Edwards.
Yeah, I heard that one. I hope no one believes it.
No, of course not. But it's rumours like this that cause problems, especially in a place this size. I think she's absolutely paranoid.
I mean, she's mad.
Oh, no, she's not certifiable. She knows exactly what she's doing. She couldn't get away with what she's done and still be alive if she didn't. Now, I'll go and get her if you deal with the other one, OK?
Yeah, all right.
One breakfast coming up.
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Oh, I thought you liked our food.
Yeah. I'll have to get used to prison food again. I'm going back soon.
Oh. I saw you had a visitor yesterday.
Yeah. My mother.
Your mother?
Yeah, she managed to make it after all. I didn't think she would.
Oh. Well, it was lucky for you she did, if you're going back soon. Still, I suppose she can always see you in prison, can't she?
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's always there. I'm lucky. Some people don't have any visitors at all.
Right, right. Look, I'll leave this here, Ray. You might feel like something later on.
Why are you still in bed? You're supposed to be in the showers.
Why? Who have you got waiting for me? Someone with a knife? Or are they all going to gang up on me and drown me? Make it look like an accident? That would suit you better, wouldn't it?
All right, you can stop the play acting.
Play acting? You're the ones who play acting. If you're going to kill me, you're going to have to do it here.
I said drop it. Now, you get up and get dressed. You're being transferred.
Transferred? Where?
To Barnhurst. You'll have to go without a shower. The van won't wait.
Don't worry. It won't have to wait.
Oh, there you are. They're waiting.
Oh, she wasn't even dressed.
Well, I'm here now, so let's go.
Hold it, Peterson. There's some property here I want you to check and sign for.
Keep it.
You'll check and sign for it. I don't want you claiming it was stolen later.
I'll tell them you're on your way.
Hi. Oh, you didn't touch your breakfast. I've got something else for you.
Are they for me?
Yep.
Well, who from?
Well, from me. Oh, I couldn't let my favourite patient go without something. No, I noticed your mum didn't bring you any yesterday.
No.
I suppose they'll let you take them back to Wentworth, will they?
I'm sure they will. They'll have to.
Good. Well, I better go, otherwise the old battle axe will skin me. I'll see you later then, before you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a beautiful smell. The smell of freedom.
Hardly freedom, Peterson. Get in the van.
Really sticks in your guts, doesn't it? My getting away?
You're not getting away. You're just going to Barnhurst.
I'm getting away from you and your murderers. That's all that matters. You've lost, Faulkner.
Get in the van.
G'day, Doc. Looks like we're going to be making this trip together.
No! No!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. The sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too. When morning comes around.